starts with a clean slate, and I fully expect us to, be a very good team this year, to win a lot of football games, and I expect that every single year, man. I come in here wanting to win, want to be a great offense, great team, and everything, and I fully expect us to be a good team. But ultimately, it starts today, starts tomorrow, and you just got to improve every single day to get to that ultimate goal.
You lifted weights next to Marvin.
I have, but I try to stay a few rows down because he's lifting more than me, so I don't want any part of that. No, he's a hard worker, man. He there's no doubt about it. He puts the work in every single day. I've seen him every day in the off season working out together. He's a stud. He's young. He's growing into his body still, and man, I'm excited to see him take the next level. He's a guy who can be a force to reckon with, and I'm excited to see him grow with Kyler and to grow in this offense and to be a stud.
More comfortable and confident? Obviously, the physical stuff is what we all see, but are you noticing that he's just carrying himself a little bit different?
Yeah, I think so. As a rookie, you come in, you're kind of your eyes are wide, you're kind of figuring it all out, trying to find your place in this league, and every week's different. And now he's got a whole year under his belt. He knows exactly what we expect of him, what he's expected to do in his role, and I think he's just going to continue to get better every single year, every single day, and obviously, he's a 4th overall pick, man. He's a guy who's, got a ton of talent, a ton of upside, and I'm just excited to see him continue to get better, continue to grow, and I love playing with him, man. He's a stud.
Has he benefited from playing with a little bit more bulk?
I think just, being strong, being able to get off the line, get receivers off him, and ultimately after the catch, maybe not one guy's tackling him, it takes 2 guys, whatever it may be, but he's got the speed, he's got the size, he's got it all, so I'm excited to see him put that to the test.
As a young player, when you come in, and you talked about how the mental ups and downs you got to go through early, when you see guys at your position doing better maybe early on, does that get to a guy, or do you try and remember that everybody's got their own spot?
Yeah, I think everybody has their own path, really. I didn't come in and catch a million balls right off the bat, and then you just kind of grow, you figure out your role, and you can't really look at other people because everybody's in a different situation, everybody's in a different place, and nobody's going to have the same path, the same road, everything like that. So I think you focus on yourself, you do everything you can to be the best possible player you can be, and everything else will take care of itself.
What's it like going back to Colorado, fresh off that contract and with all that security now?
It was good just to be back in Colorado, to be with my family, to go visit Colorado State. It was a lot of fun just to go visit those guys, to go work out with Colorado State, to show those guys, what they can do, how they can get to the league, things like that. But ultimately, man, I love going back to Colorado. It's still feels like home sometimes, and it's a lot of fun going back there.
Does it mean, and I know there's a lot been said about that top 100 list over
Yeah.
the years, but for you to be on it for the first time, does that mean something to you?
Yeah, obviously that's a huge honor. It's something I've grown up watching and always dreamed about being on that. And, to finally make my way on there, 65 this year, it's really cool to finally get on that. And hopefully I can stay on there for a long time.
You, Kyler, and the Playmakers went to California.
Yeah.
What was kind of the mindset, the vibe during that time?
Yeah, I think Kyler's done a great job of getting us together, working out, wanting to grow our offense socially, getting us together, playing around, playing ping pong, doing all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, he took us on a trip to California, and the main goal of that was to get some work in, work out, go to the field, run some routes, do all that stuff, and ultimately just that camaraderie of being together for a week, playing around, playing ping pong, whatever the heck we're doing, we're competing at every single thing, and it's just so much fun to be around those guys. And I think the closer we are, the more you're going to want to play for one another, the more you're going to want to give it your all for one another. And I think that's something Kyler's done a great job of bringing everybody together to grow the offense and to grow, as a team.
We're talking about tight ends being more receivers now than blockers. Do you feel like that's kind of the way tight end position is trending?
I think it's a more unique position where a lot of guys can do both. I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's one of those hybrid positions where you have to be able to do both to be successful in this league. You can't be one, you can't be the other. I think you have to do both. I think they're getting a lot more passes than they used to, and I think that's great. But you still got to block in this league to be successful.
When a lot of people think of off-season work, they think of on the field running routes or lifting weights in the weight room. How much of it for you is watching film and doing classroom type things, and what does that look like for you?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is the physical part of running routes, doing the weightlifting. Obviously, that's the most of the game, but the mental part of it as well. Watching other teams, watching defenses, understanding how coverages affect you, understanding our concepts. Knowing that there's a guy that's going to be in the flat, so the guy should go out to the flat. Understanding your plays. Knowing exactly who should be affected by each player, and then going from there. So yeah, watching a ton of film, watching other offenses, and the thing I like to do is just watch other tight ends, watch those guys, see how they catch the ball, how they run routes, and try to apply that to my game as much as I can.
How has your relationship evolved with Ben Steele over these past few years, and what's the biggest thing he's taught you?
I think Ben's a great coach. He does a good job of teaching us the right things and getting us ready to play. I feel very confident going into every single game, but our relationship's strong. I feel like he gives me all the tools, everything I need to be successful. But most importantly, I think he gets me ready to go every single week. There's no issue. There's no do I know the plays? Do I not? I'm prepared every single week, and I know exactly what I have to do, and I credit that to him as well.
What was the highlight of Tight End University?
So much fun. I think just being around those guys, learning from George, Travis, Dallas Clark, Greg Olson, all those guys who have played for a long time and played at a high level. So that Tight End University is a lot of fun. Obviously, you get a lot of work in, and at night you have a little fun as well too. So.
For you now, though, getting on TV while you're there, I mean, you're one of the guys they want to invite on and talk to.
Yeah, I thought that was cool just to talk about the tight end position, how it's growing, and to be one of those guys that they wanted to bring up. But to be talked about as one of those guys is very cool. But ultimately, just going out there and learning from those guys was a blast. So.
Was there any conversation about hurdling to anybody trying to get your brain on that?
Yeah, no, no one wanted to pick my brain on that. Everyone was like, "Dude, why are you doing that? How do you do that?" And that's something that I don't plan on doing anymore. But we'll see. We'll see if it comes up again.
You mentioned watching other tight ends to see what you can take from their games. Who are some guys around the league that you watch?
Yeah, a ton of guys. Obviously, Travis, George. I like Mark Andrews a lot. Brock, obviously, is a stud. So those guys I get every single week. Every tight end, every catch in the league that was thrown to a tight end, I watch every single catch from the short routes all the way to the deep routes. So every single week, I'm watching every single catch from every tight end around the league and watching how they got open, what they did, and trying to apply that to my game.
Over the last 3 years, what's something you've added to your game from watching another guy?
I think Travis is one of those guys who has some savvy in his routes, who does maybe he's not running 100% or 80% to kind of keep those guys off balance. So I kind of watch him a lot because he's very savvy. He understands defenses and how to get open in zones a lot. So.
Have you thought yet when you're in the middle of play, like that process in your head of like, do I hurdle, do I not hurdle, like what that's going to be like in the spur of the moment?
It's more of like, this guy's trying to tackle me. How do I get him not to tackle me? He's little, I'm big. He's probably going to dive at my legs. I'm going to hope he dives at my legs, and I'm going to just jump high and pray he dives at my legs. And it's one of those that, it's a split-second reaction. The game happens so fast, and you don't have much time to think out there. So I just go. I try to run fast and try not to get tackled as much as possible.
What changed all this all season? You're coming off the contract, or probably get recognized more and more.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you get recognized a little bit more, but honestly, I feel the exact same. I feel like I'm, 22 coming in this league again, just trying to learn, trying to grow as a person, trying to grow as a player, and I feel like nothing's really changed in that aspect. I just try to grow, be the best player I can be, and got to try to prove myself again this year. I try to as much as I can, but I like to put it on those guys too. Keep them honest, right?
Thanks, Trey.
Thanks, guys.
fans come in tomorrow and watch you guys practice?
Absolutely. Can't do nothing without the fans and being there to support you. So I'm excited to have them back. And I know that's an exciting season for them, and I hear all the hype, so hopefully give them a show.
Does it give you a little juice when you see the fans?
Definitely. Love playing in packed stadiums.
You're listed at 220. Is that your official weight check-in?
That is correct.
How do you feel just playing with a little bit more?
I feel great. I mean, I feel the same. I feel more faster, more powerful, stronger. So I'm ready to showcase it.
How did you decide on that number specifically?
Didn't want to put too much on. It kind of also just is more of a natural thing as well. How much your body can, develop and grow. I felt that was kind of a good number for me.
Do you feel a little more confident with the added weight and size?
Yeah, I'm always confident.
Was it a change in philosophy of working out, or is it more still kind of growing and it kind of all?
Probably a mixture of both. If anything, everybody tells you always the eating too. That's probably the biggest thing, just being able to eat more. In college, I didn't eat as probably much as I should have. Not that we didn't have it available, just wasn't a big eater then. Now I kind of eat a lot more.
Is that the number you plan to kind of stay at throughout the season as well?
Yeah. Don't want to fluctuate too much. Just kind of keep it baseline.
Is adjusting to eating more, is that hard? Especially when you say you eat a ton in college. Was that a hard
I would
thing?
say, like anything, the first couple weeks, it kind of takes you getting used to it. I'm not even a big breakfast guy, but I got to eat my breakfast now. I have a big breakfast, so that's probably the biggest challenge. Waking up and not hungry, but still kind of making sure you fuel yourself anyway. So that's probably the biggest challenge.
Isn't that just growing up and kind of maturing kind of?
Exactly. That's pretty much all it is. Exactly.
Marvin, what are you most excited about this offense this year, just to see what this group can do?
Win. That's the goal. That's the goal with everything you do. At the end of the day, I want to help this team win as many games as we possibly can. Do all the goals that we have as a team. I want to help the team reach those goals. So what I'm looking forward to is really just winning.
When you come into a season, a rookie season, and you see guys that you competed against in college at your position, and they do different things than from you, do you pay attention to that? Do you try not to?
I'm not going to lie to you and say I don't pay attention to it. You got to run your own race, though. Everybody's in different situations. Everybody has different journeys. So you just got to focus on yourself. But I'm not going to lie to you and say I don't pay attention to it.
You mentioned the goals as a team. What are your goals as a team this year?
Just win. That's what it comes down to. I think this is the time. This time is now. This is obviously my second year. I guess the coaching staff, their third year. So it's got to go now.
What feels different as a team this year compared to 12 months ago?
I feel like we kind of stayed even kill. Like it's never getting too high, getting too excited, or getting too low because we didn't have the season we wanted to have. It's kind of just like we know what our goals are. We didn't accomplish them last year, but doesn't mean have a whole different mindset this year kind of thing. So kind of stayed even killed. Our goals are still the goals. We're still going to approach it the same way. The process is going to be the process. We're just going to do our process better.
This is day one, but what can you tell from this offense? Just a lot of the same guys back once again.
Yeah, I think just refining what we already had, basically, like you said, kind of same guys, same pieces. Back that we had last year. So if not, we can be able to do more things. It's the same core. You understand each other more. So I probably could say that.
Is there an excitement coming into camp for day one? Is it just
Always excitement. I mean, for me personally, I can't speak for the whole team, but I just love football, love being around the guys, doing something that I love to do with people you love. So can't get better than that.
How do you compare this time last year to this time this year as far as where you're at? Standing up here?
Yeah, I would say a lot more relaxed, not as nervous and fidgety, but just a lot more relaxed, calm. It's allowed me to go out there and just be free a little bit.
Given the fact that you're talking about we want to win, and as competitors, you all are going to be wired that way. So, do expectations matter whether internal or external? If that's what you guys are always looking to do anyway.
Exactly, the expectation it don't matter at all. It's like our goals aren't going to change based off someone else's expectations, kind of thing. Like I said, our goal is to win the game, win every game that we can. And whether that's someone expects us to win a certain amount of games is not going to change what our goals are. So expectations don't matter to us at all.
It seems like every year we're always talking about the jump from year one to year two for the second year guys. What does that jump look like for you? What do you envision it looking like?
I just always want to be a better player overall, doing my best to help the team accomplish our goals. Like I said, it just comes down to just winning. I want to win, as a team. You want to win individually. You just want to win just as a whole. So that's what it comes down to.
How much work did you put in with Kyler during the offseason to keep building that connection?
A lot of work, man. A lot of work. Obviously, we knew that's something that for the team to reach its goal is something that we got to, do better than we did last year. So we spent a lot of time all season, probably on the field too, but just off the field as well, just developing that relationship.
Was the trip to LA just a good example of him getting the guys together?
Yeah, I mean, his leadership has gotten better, every single year. Obviously, I've only been here for probably a year and a little bit changed now. So, but for me, it's just I've seen the leader who he is. I know he kind of has his own perception of what a lot of people think of him. And it's just like when I got here, it was the total opposite, man. He's just been such a great leader, talks to all the guys, uplifts everybody, and really brings out the best in everybody. Like when it's time to turn that switch on, it's time to, go fast and go hard. He's going to be the first one to get everybody going. So, and then obviously off the field as well, just bringing everybody together. He's done a fantastic job.
How do your personalities mesh off the field?
We're kind of similar in a way. We're like kind of quiet at first, and then we come out of our shell a little bit. I think obviously him coming out of his shell a little bit more maybe natural to him. Obviously he's been here longer too, so over time it definitely meshed well.
Thanks, Mark.
Of course, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.